Check. Alright, that's working. Throat clearing noises. Coffee noises. It's not get cold too quickly. Let's see. That should be working now. That's working. Yeah, I think this stream's basically just going to be a refresher course for me so I remember how to do any of this. It's been that long. Turn me up a little. Check. 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 There you go. That's about where it should be. I think this will work. I don't know. Cool. Alright, so that's all working. It should be live everywhere. Okay. Oh, yeah. Sure. Let's do that. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Yeah. Okay, nothing special there. Dope soundtracks, man. Okay. What are them? Yeah, on. It's a bit more active. Okay. Nothing crazy today. Again, just making sure the wheels are still kind of tied down. They seem to be. Alright. Oh, coffee's already cold with all the setup and shit. But that is what it is. That is an extremely long track. I had another 3 minutes. Don't dislike it. Don't get me wrong there.
Get on to rock, get off the burn, stand with the pride,
It's just very, very, very long.
One day I noticed that my life was broken. It was not me who was controlling this body. Oh, I would.
No, that's not even on. Okay, see, that's why we're taking it out. Anything else should be working out. Check. Yeah, that's there. Check. Yeah, that's there. Check. Yeah, that's there. Some fun stuff. But, yeah. Alright. Morning. Howdy. Welcome to Thursday. Welcome to Thursday. Let's call it. It is Thursday. The something of March. 7th? 7th of March? Yeah. It sure is a date. I hope you folks have been well. Sorry I've not been here for a while. No, I need to turn my mic down. Okay. Maybe that down a little bit too. And we'll see if we can somehow manage with that. But yeah, I have not felt like streaming for a good chunk of time. Let's see how long it's been. If I had to guess, a month. Maybe less than a month, but if I had to guess, it's been about a month. See, 94 was a month ago at least. Yeah. Now I do a bi-weekly podcast with my friend Laguna Muta called To Walk with Giants. So I have been on there since, but I have not been here on IronVerse Comics. Yeah. But anyway, I'm here now. Man, I guess I can chat about why I have not been up to it. Even today, I kind of just like, okay, can I do it? Yeah. Do I feel like doing it? Should I do it? Yeah. So I'm here. One, it's mainly because I have not, like, I talk a little bit about, like, I haven't been reading comics or manga for a while. And I haven't been interacting in the space much, right? Like, I mean, I do my normal promotional assistant networking kind of stuff. But that's, very, very passive. Very easy to do. Couple buttons, right? Skip track? Hey, so I know that's worked. Didn't say as you wish, but it did work. So I'm there, interacting with that kind of stuff. But I've spent the last, like, I guess the best way to phrase it, work has been very consuming, even though I'm not there all the time. It's very consuming. And trying to find the balance between giving as much as I should and not can, because You can always give more with the work I do, and that's not healthy. But also finding space to breathe has been a hell of a thing. So that's part of it, is not doing this kind of stuff. This stuff is a little bit easier to put down. So yeah, nonetheless, we never stop moving here at IronVerse Comics. And over the last month or so, we've been working quite hard to get the international packages out. As far as I am aware, that's been completed as far as the books and posters and stickers are concerned. Finally. The delays on issue 4 have been unacceptable. I can only apologize. That's not all I can do. I can also make sure that when, and there's going to be a when we determine it's time to do another attempt at all of this, that it is planned properly, budgeted correctly, managed correctly, and respected to a higher degree. Now, having said all of that, maybe you understand a little bit about why it's also been hard to want to, let's just go and engage with that. I don't have like the international forum. This is great. It's some of the only good news we've had for a while. But oh, pardon me, I'm gonna sneeze now. Ah, yeah. Whew. When you're running a campaign, you're actively creating, you have a fan base talking about your work and engaging with it. That makes things a little bit easier to put yourself out there to continue to feed into it, support it, and such. When you've stumbled quite hard, getting back up and trying to push that is far more difficult. And some of that's because, well, we haven't finished what we're doing, right? I don't really have much of a right to push it because where it currently stands, it would be slightly dishonest, if nothing else. Doesn't mean I don't, because it needs to. Again, that work never stops, but it's a lot harder to sell a product that you are a bit ashamed of your role in, right? For me, it's always been far easier to promote our incredible artistic talents and supporting talents. That's a blessing. That's a wonderful thing. I greatly appreciate that. But when the promotional material is coming out of my mouth, it's a little bit. As time's gone on, it's felt more and more duplicitous, and I don't care for that. Then the only thing that's been able to push forward with that is eventually we will be through this hurdle. We are, I'd say, 2/3 of the way through the hurdle, which is great. That's most of the way there. I just need international backers to at least tell me that some of the books are arriving, and then I'll be taking the next steps, which I believe are going to be the standees and the other merch, metal bookmarks, posters, etc. Let's go with something that's got a bit more bounce to it. That would, but it always gets hit. That's a little 270s for me right now. Some electric will work. There we go. But we are moving forward, and that's part of why I'm here today too. Is I did have actual decent news. As far as I'm aware, all international books and the replacement books have been sent out. I have noticed that Indiegogo updates are not reaching as many people. Now that's for a multitude of reasons. One, this campaign has been going on forever. Fulfillment in particular has been going on forever. So people stop paying attention whether or not they got their shit, and that's fair. But it would be swell to actually get that interaction. I had far too many folks miss requests for updating their addresses and things like that, as we had this good news to put forward. And that's not on them, that's on us. But nonetheless, it's disappointing that relatively essential tool is faltering and not as useful as it once was. Meaning building a mailing list in addition to those platforms is probably going to be key with any future crowdfunding work I do. But we are moving forward. I'm very, very, very proud, and I'm very grateful to Dollar Coins for helping, basically allowing Jack 4 to push on through. Without his unbelievably generous support, we'd still be in a bit of a rut. We would be pushing forward at this point, but it would be much slower. We should be able to hopefully finish all of this by the summer, and that's great. I still have no idea what our next effort's going to be. I know what my next creative endeavor regarding IronVerse Comics is. It is issue number 5. I have the general thesis and a few of the big, I'm going to use the term notes, as in musical notes, use the term colors, tones, that I need to hit with issue 5, which issue 5 has been the most intimidating script for me because of what it needs to pull off. But I've got that nailed down, and I think I know exactly how I want to do it. But even doing stuff like that's been hard when I'm at this other step, right? We're not through to the point where I can get back on that creative horse. So that'd be nice. There's a chance I'd like to do a trade paperback campaign because there's a lot of benefits to that. Primary of which, the books are done. It would allow us to get what would hopefully be a relatively easy win under our belt. We'd get more of our work out there. And it would allow me some practice and a refresher before trying for something new. But also, to be honest, I'm not mentally there yet either, because that's getting back up on the horse there, and there's a lot of angles to getting back up on the horse, in particular to do with promotion and such of a crowdfunding campaign. I'm not terribly excited to engage with again. That being said, I've seen many who don't engage with the angles I've had to be rather successful, so there might be a separate path forward there. But there is a trend with those books to be a bit on the sexier side, so they're that appeal does a little bit more lifting than chunky, quirky looking Jack. So I don't know. I think a lot of why I don't know is because I don't feel I have the footing to make those kind of decisions yet. We will get there. We'll get there. Should be by the summer. But we're not there yet. And I even tried to get back up on the sketch card horse relatively recently. There's a stream up, and the piece came out terribly. I was so disappointed in that piece. So again, I'm gonna do another piece. do that again, but I think that work's gonna come after most of the merch is out. I think the sketch cards are going to be probably the last thing that ships, and depending on how many, I've got a little bonus thing for those folks, but we'll see. Again, there's a lot of these. I've been trying to take it step by step because the crowdfunding angle itself, you have to have a lot of steps planned ahead, and if you falter and trip, you need to continue moving forward through them anyway, and that's caused a lot of hardship, particularly on my end. Thank goodness I have never stumbled when it comes to our wonderful collaborators, but I have stumbled in terms of our micro investors, our backers, and myself, so, and the project overall. But hopefully I've learned. That's all I can, I won't know till I can apply these lessons again, but hopefully I've learned. International number 4 is out. I'm hoping we get some words that maybe, I would think the Canadians would receive them first, but I don't know. If not, I would assume Europe would be second, long before the Aussies get theirs. But again, I don't know. I'm hoping the Canadian books arrive soon, and then I kind of get an idea that they were actually shipped. The problem with working with a fulfillment team, at least the fulfillment team I work with, is I don't have as much data as I'd like to make it feel tangible. And so even doing a stream like this where it's, yeah, they're out. Are they? As far as I can tell, yes, and they should be, and we've worked together multiple times, and they always have been when they said they were, so I'm not truly concerned about that, but that doesn't mean that it doesn't, it's not an itch in the back of the brain there, right? Until I see somebody holding their books. I'm very glad. That means all the books are out. A large part of this campaign is done. I would say the primary and most important part of it. And then we have the extra stuff, which was, call it extra, it was part of it. But yeah, I don't know if I ran through the budgets on stream, but when I broke through the budget, we should be okay now. Biggest hardships are the original pages, but that was, I think I've explained that multiple times. It was dumb of me to add them when I did. They helped fund Jack, but at the same time fund by adding them. I think I budgeted them so that they would come close to breaking even, which simply means that their price when added to the campaign is actually removed from the overall, right? It just breaks, it's that, so you hit this 1,500, but these cost this much, and it just broke even, right? So that's lower, and then we hit that goal. That I didn't fathom when I did it, and that was very dumb. But that's the final hardship. We do have one of the 4 already sent out, received by the wonderful backer, so that should be fine. But yeah, I spent a very long time in the gutter on this one, and I cannot wait for the perspective to change once we have finally, I have finally, it is we, somebody standing outside that gutter and pulling me up, but once I'm finally out of this gutter, see what the perspective looks like, and I think it'll do me a world of good to be able to throw positive, loving, creative energy towards this very important thing that important to me, that's been manifested here. But it's still got time. We finally move forward, and I wanted to connect with you folks on that. As always, any questions, concerns, please now or email IronVerse Comics at gmail.com, or message me on Twitter at cowboy_steel. Let me know. I feel like I've been far too distant, and people have been far too patient. And so, if you've got to let out some of your disappointment, almost grateful, if you would. But we are moving forward, and I hope to see some of those books here soon in people's possession. It's far too long. I feel like I am an asshole about it. That being said, there are, again, I spoke about it, and there are 2 places we can go from here. Be nice to see that happen, but can't for a while. I don't really have anything else to chat about. Just wanted to hit that up. I wanted to catch up. Work's been rough. We are very understaffed, and as always, the place is falling apart. But that's seems to be the nature of this kind of that kind of endeavor. So it's been mentally, emotionally, and a bit physically taxing for me, and that's part also why I've been here. I'm happy to have work. It's paying well. I'm doing more work. Have more responsibilities, but that wasn't topic with pay, because again, it's not the greatest place. But what needs to be done is getting done, and the critters have a place to call home for currently, right? Like, you can buy them time. But it's very, very taxing. So I have not been streaming. I don't think there's anything else really to chat about, folks. Not only haven't I been streaming, but any other creative endeavors kind of fallen behind. Been playing a lot more music. That one's a great release. So that's been a thing. A couple days ago, I picked up Duolingo, and I've been hitting the Spanish again, and that's been fun. So hopefully I can keep on that. I really like that app so far. It's very good at reinforcing terms and vocabulary, which felt exceedingly tedious when I was learning it multiple times throughout school. But I do have a decent background in it, so it's been going pretty quick and pretty well. Not starting from scratch, so that's good. I'm hoping I can continue with that. Be nice to learn some of my cultural heritage, as well as it's extremely useful in my area. In fact, I'm having fun with it. It's great. Animals are well, if anybody's curious. They're being taken care of. Happy puppers, happy kitty cats. Chickens are doing okay. I don't think they're too stoked. I'm not. There's that Bilbo quote, too little butter spread over toast or what have you. A little spread thin at the moment as well is why I haven't been here. Without taxing the actual work is, it's a little rough. And of course, that's not the only job I do. I also have a different kind of caretaking with a artistic buddy of mine, an artist buddy of mine. So that's today, taking him by DMV to redo his ID so he can pick up his meds. That's fun stuff. But I appreciate him, and he helps take care of me again when I was out of work. That was my work, right? Good dude. But when I have to triage where my bandwidths are tends to be the comic work that takes the hit. So I'm also kind of concerned if I do run a crowdfunding campaign, will I have the bandwidth to run it successfully? Because the previous few, and we have failed as many as we've succeeded, have been extremely exhausting and have squeaked by. Particularly the last two, we literally funded the final day, and that's great, and I'm unbelievably blessed by it, but that is exhausting, to say the least, and in both cases, it was kind of detrimental, more so with 4, because I had realized about a week left that, oh shit, I made this budgeting error. And I had almost expected that day for it not to work. It's like, yeah, it's okay. I can rebudget, redo it. Nope. Which is a beautiful gift. It was a new challenge that has been very difficult to rise up to, but has been done so far. Almost there. Yeah, I don't have much else to chat about. Got further through the One Piece live action. I think I'm almost done. I think I'm on episode 7. Very impressed with it. Particularly if you put it in comparison to so many other live action adaptations, it's almost impossible. It's as good as it is. The actors are very, very good at finding a key part of the character and then bringing that out and then adding their own vibes to it, which is exactly why you choose an actor, right? Very, very good for such like caricature kind of characters that Oda makes. Very, very, very impressive. Watch any films that were worth my time? I picked up the second, I'm going to call it The Greatest Heist, but it was called something else, volume of Lupin the Third. That's kind of like an English best of compilation of Lupin the Third manga. That's the only manga I've read in quite some time. I didn't finish the volume or anything, but I read a couple of the cases, right? A couple of the chapters. Always fun. I can always recommend Lupin the Third. Everything about it's just like, it just screams fun, which is great. I don't think I have anything else on that list there. Before that, I think the last manga I read was Blame, and read again is kind of almost facetious because it's very little words. It's a very visual storytelling. It's one of the best examples of nearly pure visual storytelling I've seen in sequential art. Highly recommend that. Haven't been able to pick up the second volume yet. A little bit out of my price range. That's the other bit. I've been scraping by pretty roughly. Thanks to the tax refund, though, I've been able to guess half of my tax refund went to taxes. Yay! It did, though. It went to property taxes, but I got to pay that, right? So thank God. But aside from that, like, I've been catching up on things that fell behind when I was out of work, and I'm still doing that. That bi-weekly pay makes it a little bit tougher, right? I have to really plan it. But been surviving. Vehicle's still up and going, thank goodness, because that was a thing. I had quite a few days where it was terrible in the weather as well, but I still ended up getting to work. I really shouldn't have. Yeah, things are good. All things considered, I'm just tired. I'm very, very, very tired. Been tired for a long time. I really wish that 2-month hiatus from work, I'm going to call it, was actually understood as a hiatus instead of it being, oh God, I'm out of work, scramble, 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 because I was not able to relax. Now that I'm back, it's very hard to relax mentally.
Teddy Rojos said,
Oh, howdy. Howdy, Teddy. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Groucho Marx glasses. Wasn't a Marx Brothers guy. I watched far more Three Stooges. I'm trying to think. I don't think there was anything else I've... I don't know why that's in the stream playlist. There you go. Something with some bounce to it.
Teddy Rojos said, hello.
I pronounced it pretty well, too. Hello, 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 hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for stopping in. This is just a catch-up stream and then an update on our comics international shipping. And a lot of rambling. A lot of this series in particular is almost a kind of a vlog deal. So apologies if that's slow, but thank you for stopping in and commenting and such. I appreciate that greatly. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Don't recognize the mate. Oh, okay, cool. Well, that's something I can deal with later, but that's smart. Yeah. Sorry, my brain drifted there. Yeah. At least all that's running. Okay. Oh, that was the other thing about the show. I just wanted to make sure I could get everything running, get the mic working, make sure everything connected and all that. It's been long enough that usually there's some kind of major technical glitch, but so far so good. Which I appreciate. We even have the speech chat working as far as I can tell. Background removal's working. I'm sure this isn't bad. It's not too bad. So I'm glad that's working. Now, to be fair again, I do have a podcast with the ever incredible Laguna Munta, and that's every other Sunday, and I've been doing those, but otherwise I haven't been streaming at all. I say not that folks miss me much, but I do miss it here and there. Still wish I could get this channel on a consistent schedule, but I don't think it's going to happen. Anytime soon, anyway. Yeah, I don't anything else comes to mind. I'm trying to think if I. This was a while back. I haven't streamed for a month, so there's a good chance it was within that time period. But I dove into some more Ralph Bakshi films. I'm a big fan of his style of work. In particular, Wizards is one of my favorite films of all time. Watched Heavy Traffic. Very impressed with that film. Didn't know how it was going to go, but it kept me engaged and evolved. And talk about caricature characters again, very strong on that. It's a veritable time capsule as well. Very, very neat experience. Finally saw the Ralph Bakshi Lord of the Rings as well. That was interesting. There's a lot of cool stuff, but a lot of it that's it's a crazy mix of like theater kid stuff and animation and just the concept. I don't know. There's some stuff that hits really, really cool because of the stylistic and directorial and all that choices. And there's some of it that hits very rough. Because of the same thing. But that was neat. I hadn't seen that. I forgot the other term for this movie, but I started Coonskin, and it was a little bit rough for me when I started. I got about halfway through, and rough doesn't mean it's a bad movie. It's again, if I'm watching things and I'm already drained, it's a draining film. Dealing strongly with race relations, interrace relations. Then again, it's a time capsule of a harsh time. Not that things are much better, but definitely was more, let's say, real and gritty. So didn't finish that. Got a good chunk through it. Did I finish anything else? I mean, most recently, again, it's the One Piece live action that I actually got through almost 2 more episodes. Because I start a lot of films and they just don't resonate with me at that time, so I stopped watching. Oh, I watched Cyberpunk Edge Runners finally too. I tore through that. That was a great time. Very well done. I love Studio Trigger and their animation. The fact that it is a tragedy, which is what it should be. It's a very not happy ending. The characterizations were strong. Of course, the universe is very, very strong already. Having played the shit out of the video game, that was a lot of fun. And that's another thing I haven't been doing is I have not been playing video games for a good month and a half now. But Edge Runners, that was a lot of fun. I really appreciated that. Let's say a lot of fun. It's visually stimulating. Very sad, tragic story, and the love story in it was also tragic and pretty dang good. Yeah, February 14th. So yeah, it's been at least a month. So in February, I watched for Valentine's Day. I watched Stranger Than Fiction. That's one of my favorite Will Ferrell films. I tried a lot of. I tried like The Wedding Singer. I tried Punch Drunk Love. I tried Barbie. I think I tried quite a few that night, and nothing worked until Stranger Than Fiction. I love that film. So that worked. I recommend if you haven't seen it. It's a bit more serious, but it's really good. The romance is very sweet, and then the overarching concept and how that plays out and works is it's fun. It's neat. Let's see. Actually, kind of easily check. Listen to a lot of music. That's been a big one. Over the last couple months, became a huge Mudvayne fan. A lot of new metal. I rediscovered my love for new metal. Started with, I think, Disturbed when I was a kid, but yeah, listening to a lot of Mudvayne. I've listened to a lot of Korn recently. Listened to some Linkin Park, a little bit of Evanescence. So the whole new metal genres I've been rediscovering, and that's been a lot of fun. Mudvayne in particular, though, is the standout for me. Mainly because Ryan Martini, their bassist, is fucking incredible. His jazz fusion band that he did while Mudvayne was on hiatus called Soften the Glare. It's bouncy. I can actually like run that at work, which is great while I'm cleaning dishes and stuff. A lot of Tool, too. I've listened to Fear Inoculum probably 6 times all the way through over the last few weeks. Talk about an album with a very clear goal and a very good goal with extreme musical talent in a genre that I adore. So, it's been a great source of strength for me. I think that's also just been the new metal dive in, has been like, I need looking for strength, looking for that little bit of extra bandwidth, as I was talking about earlier, and metal's always given me that, but new bands and new music, and that really does help. Also dove further into Arch Enemy's catalog, which has been fun. I love Arch Enemy, particularly from their first female vocalist, and goodness, Gasau, I think is her last name, to Alyssa White Gutis, or whatever her name is, female vocalist. Anyway, they're crazy good. That's been good. Let's see, is there anything else I watched? Started the Animatrix again, and then I got to the Second Renaissance, and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot how rough this gets. It's wonderful. It was one of my favorite films as a young man. Yeah, very well done, super artistic, very heavy subject matter, dealt with very well. But yeah, was not able to. Oh yeah, I watched the new South Park special, Not Suitable for Children. That was fun. Tried the new Bruce Dickinson album, the Mandrake Project. It's a new Bruce Dickinson album. Definitely haven't been super stoked with an album from even Iron Maiden since A Matter of Life and Death, and that's 2008. So I mean, it was fine. Senjutsu's not great. There's a couple good songs on there, which is kind of what I expect nowadays. A new Amaranth album came out, and it's more Amaranth. Definitely decent all the way through if you like what they do with their 3 vocalist metal, pop singer, death metal vocalist. I discovered Cattle Decapitation as a band. Cattle Decapitation. It's very, very insect-themed death metal. That's been kind of fun. I don't go too far into death metal, but if I find something very specific that has this neat hook to it, I can usually stick with it. And so yeah, that was kind of fun. It's been a lot of music for a while for me, searching for that extra bit of strength. Yeah, I got a text to answer real quick, so I'll finish my coffee, and we'll probably end this here pretty soon. Oh, okay, no, I've got plenty of time. Cool. Cool. Hold on. Burp. I need a different track. Skip track. Excuse me, that was very clear. Skip track. Thank you. I don't know what it skipped to. Oh, some Mushishi. That'll work. Yeah, and that's the catch-up part of it. I watch a lot of YouTube, right? Like that's probably my primary media consumption currently, besides music. Um, like by far. Uh, goofy retro video game reviews, other documentaries, sometimes music documentaries. There's quite a few. There's a creator who does RimWorld series, right? Storytelling series through RimWorld as a medium, and I enjoy that quite a bit. Trying to even remember. I watched quite a few music documentaries at one point. What have I? Oh, there's a streamer I really enjoy. That, like, if I need to kill, quote unquote kill, but like relax for like 5 hours, they got me covered most times with some hilarious and just fun vibe content, and that gives me strength as well. Been very appreciative for that individual. Trying to think. That's a big one. Did a lot of like around the house stuff as well. Just the basic maintenance, right? And then some like spring's coming, redecorating kind of stuff. Changing the lighting, just trying to replace the vibe from the winter bleh to a spring. Getting a little stronger, waking up kind of vibe. Yeah, and I'm just trying to hit as many angles as I can for strength and ability while we stumble and crawl and drag ourselves over the finish line for Jack 4. And we're getting there. So I'm excited. Again, beginning of the stream I did mention international shipping is complete on the book end, and of course the pin-up and sticker as well, the kind of 3-piece single shipment, which was always planned. And then the merch stuff. As soon as I want to order the standees, as soon as I can confirm that the international is actually like landed. So I'm guessing the Canadians. If you're a wonderful Canadian watching this, head back to our books. If you can let me know when you receive your books, that'd be great. It helps make the efforts tangible from my end, because again, I'm not shipping, packing, addressing these things myself, so I'm not. It just doesn't feel as tangible. It still feels like nothing's being done, even though things have been done and paid for, and all of that. So I'm hoping that happens soon. Because once I do this, then the next step is the standees, which I'll order, and then I'm going to sign the back of them. And then I got to figure out how I want to. I think I'd like to include the standees and the sketch cards together when I ship it, just to save some things. But we'll see. The other merch stuff is basically print on demand, so I can just do like a batch of them, send them, see if they arrive, do another batch, right? Each individually dressed and shipped straight from them, so I'll be able to track it that way, at least through IronVerseComics.com or Shopify. Main goal is like those funds are there thanks to the ever incredible dollar coins. And, crazy grateful. Otherwise, again, it would have just started moving again on the international thanks to tax refunds. Yay! But let's see. If anybody has any questions, concerns, a topic you want to chat about, anything you want to ask me, speak now. Because otherwise I think I'm out of subjects. We hit most everything for the catch-up angle of all of this. Yeah. Been a lot of listening to new and you music for me. Been a lot of ton of YouTube, just background while I'm working and doing things. A lot of playing bass again. In fact, in January I recorded three singles with the ever incredible Laguna Munta, and those have been in a process of getting mastered and such, and they're coming out really cool. I'm actually very impressed with them. I'm surprised my angle of it sounds as good as it did. I'm not a very confident musician, and probably even less so a competent musician, but I think that actually came together quite well. And it was a fun experience to get back in the studio again. I've done it once before, back in 2015, 2016, and that was a really cool experience as well. So I kind of missed that. I was glad. It worked very well. So I'm excited. I'll keep folks updated on as those release and are finished and such. The copies I have now have remastered vocals, but I need to actually sit and do a hard listen to see if there's anything else that needs to be tweaked. Though that's not entirely on my end. In fact, it's primarily on Laguna's and the producer we were working with. So it's just kind of, well, do you notice or have an idea outside of what we're listening to kind of deal. So still need to do that. But the roughs that I first got, which was kind of the basic mix with the vocals that were recorded that day, which were not going to ever be the final vocals, were really good. So very, very impressed. That was fun. So that was a creative outlet, at least at one point, relatively recently. Yeah. But anyway, it says 5 folks showed up. Thank you so much. I don't know how many of those are bots or Twitch stuff. If you are on Twitch and you haven't went ahead and hit the follow or whatever they call it, that would be super cool. We're almost at 50. I'd love to hit that 50 and be able to start accepting bits on Twitch. We are at close to 350 on YouTube. It would be swell as well to get that further down the line, but honestly, getting to 1,000 would be nearly impossible with the how I schedule and do my YouTube work. But you never know. It's still part of the dream. I'd like to hit 500 at this point. That would be crazy cool. But when you do content like this, it's very personal content. At least I do it for me, and the fact that anybody shows up and checks it out is really cool. It's honestly, it's the same with our comic book work. If you haven't been by IronVerseComics.com lately, let me know what you think of the site. Check it out, IronVerseComics.com. Free reads are there. I did a trial release of issue number 4 on Global Comics for free, just to see what kind of viewership and such we'd get over like a 12-hour period on a new release, just to see what their platform does for that. And it was less than hoped, possibly more than expected. But anyway, that's down now. You cannot read issue number 4 yet. I'm waiting till we finish fulfillment before I actually release it on any digital platforms. I think Wicked Publishing will actually get it first digitally, and if they want to run their own print run, that's up to them. Hopefully there's just more movement coming once the rebirth energy of spring comes through. I'm working very hard to cultivate that because I need it. Particularly on our creative efforts here at IronVerse Comics. It's pretty groovy. yeah, I guess I will call it there, folks. It's been just over an hour. Thank you so much for joining me. As always, surprisingly, if you got this far through it, you have any questions, concerns that you didn't want to put through chat here, you are welcome to email IronVerseComics@gmail.com. You're welcome to Twitter, X, DM me at Cowboy_Steel.
Said,
Oh,
I'm late as always.
Oh, howdy. Just as I was doing my sign off. No worries. Thank you for stopping in and saying hi. I appreciate it. You're only late because I am unpredictable. So don't worry about that. I never have like a set schedule.
Solid Allen.
It's not your fault.
Still, have a good day, Cody.
Well, thank you. That's the hopes. If you're interested in catching the replay, of course, please do. And I hope you have a wonderful day as well. It was mainly just to catch up, and that the international shipping should be, it should be out. We'll see as folks start receiving their books. I just need one. It's probably going to be a Canadian first to confirm that the books are arriving. If it's an Aussie first, I'm going to be very disappointed because the Aussie shipping should take the longest. But we'll see who gets there first. But then once that's confirmed, everything will start kicking forward even further, and hopefully there will be some more bigger movement by the summer, and we should be done. But anyway, again, thank you all so very, very, very much for stopping by, being friends of the channel, being fans of our work, what have you. I'm sorry, again, I haven't been here for at least a month, but my work is very, very draining, and I haven't had good news on this end for a bit. But I did now, so I wanted to make sure I kind of did that, was here, just did my usual vlog thing. I wanted to and continue to want to be here at least once a week. So if you want to catch me, make sure you're subbed, and I don't know if the bell works or not, but that'll let you know when I go live. Because sadly I am, as I said to Halon there, completely unpredictable on that.
Eliza Barr said, well, if it isn't King Cody, the Iron Comic King himself.
So, I guess 11 a.m. my time, more folks roll in. Because I'm still in the middle of the sign-off, and then actual folks roll in. I love it. That's actually more consistent than, I don't know. It happens more often than you would think it would. If you're interested, did a whole kind of vlog style, but I think the beginning of it, at least after I made sure everything was running, so maybe about 10 minutes into the stream, we have the update on International number 4, that it should all be out, and I'm just waiting for confirmation that the packages have arrived. I'm guessing the Canadians will get them first, I would hope, but we'll see. And then once that's done, we'll start moving on the standees and the print-on-demand stuff, the metal bookmarks, the full-size posters, etc. So we should be finished by this summer, thanks to the ever-incredible dollar coins and the U.S. Army bankrolling. This I never, no joke. Yeah, and again, too, if you catch Cactus Coyote, you catch Mr. Wonderful Dollar Coins, congratulate him on finishing his basic. It's a hell of a thing to undertake that endeavor, and I'm very proud to know that individual, and the fact that he continues to throw their ever incredible efforts and appreciation for storytelling and their friendship my way is nothing less than a blessing. But anywho, I'm gonna finish this coffee. I'm gonna feed my dogs. I already got the cats taken care of before the stream, and then I've got to help a buddy out, and then back to work tomorrow for a while, and hopefully I can spend this evening just kind of recharging, because again, as I said at the beginning, it's very, very taxing, this job, on like every front, emotionally, physically, mentally, and though I appreciate the work greatly, it's my brain, I think if you had checked out the To Walk with Giants with Laguna Muta I did this last Sunday, which was on Chaos, my brain was very, very, very floaty. I had very little bandwidth left to give that, which was disappointing, but at the same time, I think we still had a very cool conversation on that giant. That is To Walk with Giants. Check it out, sub, all that fun stuff if you want to hear me and my oldest friend chat about very giant concepts. Anywho, I've been signing off for a while. I just wanted to make sure that the folks who showed up here, as I was signing off, got a little bit of content, got an idea of what was said here. Just a small recap. I talked about some films I watched. I talked about the one bit of comics I read, which was a couple heists out of a Lupin the Third collection. Terrible cover on it, my God. It's probably the worst cover to any manga I've ever seen. It's a really nice hardcover, right? But like the artwork they chose for it's not as bad as it looks on the Amazon ad, but it's pretty close to as bad, and it's really bad. The volley beforehand wasn't great, but it was at least looked like Monkey Punch's work. This other stuff, I don't know. It looks like 90s ripoff, like clip art version of the Lupin gang. But anyway, that was good. I recommend it. I guess where I'll leave that. Yeah, thank you folks so much for watching. I am going to call it. Sorry for you folks who arrived late. I wish I could hang longer, but it's probably not wise. I should eat all these other things. So thank you. Catch you next time, whenever that'll be. It shouldn't take another month for me to be here again. I'll try to get back on the weekly schedule if I can. If not, I have been consistent on the bi-weekly To Walk with Giants podcast if you folks are interested. I don't even know if that's easy to get to drop the link. Let me see. I have to go here. I have to go to switch account. I have to go on over to here. Then I have to go to your channel here. No, it would be my channel, but it says your channel. You, maybe? View channel, please. Thank you. Yeah, there it is. Boom. If you folks are interested, curious, what have you, we could use the subs. Oh, she just shut up me. Yeah, anyway, check that out if you're curious. I think there's been some actually really cool discussions, but yeah, and we're always taking not only thoughts, critique, and all of that, but we are exceedingly interested in more giants to discuss, big topics that you're interested in hearing us put some thought to. Yeah, anyway, thank you folks so much. You have a wonderful day, or whatever time you catch this, if you're one of the incredible folks who checks it out as a VOD. And again, hopefully I'll catch you again pretty soon. I'm thinking I'll probably do another one once I know the international is arriving. But that's
Eliza
tentative.
Barr.
So, yep.
Said.
Anyway, adios.
Ciao, dude.
I do want to put on. Tell me I don't have that here. You telling me I don't have that here? Okay. Oh well. We'll just throw the trailer on. All right. Later on, folks. Thank you much. Much. Muchos gracias, amigos. Vaya con Dios, etc. Love y'all.